Hello and welcome back to the lesson. The subject is strategic management. Today we are going to study measuring corporate performance, which is a crucial aspect of strategic control because it involves using various metrics and frameworks to assess how well an organization is achieving its objectives and how efficiently it is utilizing its resources. Those are two things. Help to measure how well an organization is achieving its strategic objectives and how efficiently it is utilizing its resources. It's about moving beyond simply tracking activities to understand the actual outcomes and the alignment with the overall strategy. It goes beyond that. So in this lesson, we'll be studying the areas of corporate performance. We also study the frameworks for measuring corporate performance. But first of all, what are the key areas of corporate performance? Corporate performance measurement. What are the areas of corporate performance measurement? Now, corporate performance measurement encompasses both financial and non-financial aspects in order to provide a holistic view of an organization's health and its strategic progress. So when measuring corporate performance, you have to consider the financial aspects and the non-financial aspects. You understand? Yes. We have financial performance measures, for example. Financial performance. Then we have the non-financial performance measures. So let's begin by analyzing the financial performance measures. These are traditional measures that focus on the monetary results of an organization's activities. They are essential for understanding profitability, for understanding efficiency, for understanding financial stability, and so on. For example, you may have the profitability ratios. Profitability ratios, like the gross profit margin ratio, the net profit margin ratio, return on equity, we have return on assets, the earnings per share, and so on. Then we have liquidity ratios. Liquidity ratios like the current ratio, the quick ratio, and acid test ratio. Then there is also the solvency ratios. Solvency ratios include the debt to equity ratio. We have debt to equity ratio, and so on. Solvency ratios. We also have what we call efficiency ratios. Efficiency ratios measures how well the resources are used, like the asset turnover ratio, inventory turnover, asset turnover, total assets turnover. These are efficiency ratios. So there are many other ratios, candidates. So that's what we are referring to as the financial performance measures. Then there is the non-financial performance measures. The non-financial performance measures focus on the operational, on market related, and the organizational aspect of an organization that drive future financial performance and indicate organization's effectiveness. You understand? They do not focus on the monetary results of an organization, non-financial measures like the customer-related measures. We have customer-related measures. The customer-related measures like customer satisfaction score, the net promoter score. Understand? We have the customer retention rate, the customer acquisition cost, the market share, and so on. Those are customer-related measures. These are measures that help to gauge for example, the loyalty of customers, the satisfaction of customers, and so on. 2, we have internal processes measures. Internal processes measures like the production cycle time, like the defect rates, the on-time delivery rate, inventory levels, process efficiency, and so on. Those are internal processes measures. 3, there is innovation and learning measures. Innovation and learning measures like the number of new products that are launched. You can count in a year how many new products have been launched. We have the time to market for new products. There is the employee satisfaction scores, employee turnover rate, investment in research and development. The investment in research and development is also a measure that can help us understand the non-financial performance of an organization. Understand? Yes. Then we have sustainability. Now, related to sustainability is the social responsibility and social responsibility measures. Now, what are examples of the sustainability and social responsibility measures? We have environmental impact metrics, ethical sourcing, community involvement, and so on. So these are the non-financial performance measures. You understand, candidates? Yes, we are studying measuring corporate performance, which we have said is a crucial aspect of strategic control, and the areas of corporate performance measurement encompasses financial and non-financial. Let us now discuss the frameworks for measuring corporate performance. Frameworks. The frameworks for doing what? For measuring performance, for measuring corporate performance. Now, organizations often use structured frameworks to ensure that there is a balanced and a comprehensive approach to performance measurement. And some of the common or popular frameworks include the Balanced Scorecard. You must have heard about the Balanced Scorecard. We studied these candidates, Balanced Scorecard, which is a framework that is developed to measure performance across 4 perspectives. That is the financial, customer, internal processes, learning, and growth. 4 areas. Number 1, financial. Number 2, customer. Number 3, internal processes. Then number 4, learning and growth. It is a framework that we can use to measure corporate performance. It aims to link strategic goals with specific measures, targets, and initiatives. That is 1. Then number 2, we have key performance indicators. Key performance indicators are specific, measurable, achievable, and relevant and time-bound metrics that organizations use to track progress towards strategic goals with different areas of performance. Then there is the performance prism. Performance prism. The performance prism, on the other hand, is a framework that considers 5 facets of performance. One is stakeholder satisfaction. Number 2, we have strategies. Number 3, processes. Number 4, capabilities. And then number 5, we have stakeholder contribution. Performance prism. Triple bottom line, number 4. Triple bottom line. Triple bottom line is a framework that expands the traditional financial bottom line to include social and environmental performance like people, planet, and profit. People, planet, and profit. It expands on the normal traditional metrics to include people, planet, and also profit. You understand? Yes. So that is what we intended to study in our today's lesson, candidates. Some of these frameworks, we have studied them in our previous sessions, like the performance scorecard, the KPIs, the performance prism, and the triple bottom line. We will not get into the details because we've already covered those aspects. That's the end of our today's lesson on measuring corporate performance. Why do we measure corporate performance for strategic control? We said is to track progress, to identify gaps, to inform decisions, to enhance accountability, to communicate performance, to evaluate strategic effectiveness, and so on. In this lesson, we have identified the corporate performance measures. We have the financial performance measures, like the profitability ratios, the liquidity ratios, solvency ratios, efficiency ratios. Then we have the non-financial performance measures, like customer-related measures. Customer-related measures include measures like customer satisfaction scores, the net promoter score, and so on. We have internal processes measures, the innovation and learning measures, the sustainability and social responsibility measures. Then we have highlighted 4 frameworks for measuring corporate performance. You can use the Balanced Scorecard, the key performance indicators, the performance prism, and the triple bottom line. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.